Hey guys, thanks for clicking. Don't click away. In today's video, we're going through the whole haymaking process for me cutting hay and my dad picking up the round bale. So let's go ahead and get into the video. Spending a lot of time on the road today, probably as much time in the road as I am on the fields. But now, as you can see, what I got behind me, I'm taking the disc vine up north, and I'm going to start cutting some pastures and some hays up north. We're probably going to cut till about dark tonight, and then that's probably going to be it on me for the farm for me for probably 3-4 weeks, because I'm actually heading to Tennessee tomorrow. But trust me, I'm backlogged so far on videos, guys. I do apologize. By the time you guys are watching this video, I'm probably just getting back from Tennessee, and there's gonna be more videos from the farm coming. So let's head up to Bellevue and start cutting some hay. It's the first time I cut hay in probably 4 or 5 years. John Deere 7030 series tractor with a Massey baler. Sweet. A lot of guys making hay this weekend. Hey, it's the second time seeing this John Deere rake pair again today. Definitely a 20 series, either 30 or 40-20. Wish I would have counted the amount of times I've taken this drive from Preston to Bellevue or Bellevue to Preston. It's probably easily in the hundreds, if not closer to 1,000 over my 27 years on this planet. Shoot, I could probably remember at least, it's probably been 100 times at least in farm equipment alone. It's a beautiful day today though. It's 92, I think, for the high today. A little breeze, not too humid. It's decent out. Well, this looks familiar. Seems like I've already been here once today, because I have. So I'm going to cut this piece for grass bales, and I'm also going to cut the smaller hollow as well. It's smaller hay to cut, but we call it the big hollow. And the small hollow's got more hay to cut, more grass hay. Let's get on it. Let's fire this thing up. Like I said, I haven't ran this in a while, so wish me luck. There's no give in that clutch. Wow. Let's go. So I'm making my outside round right now. I'm going about 5 miles an hour. RPM's around 2,000. Just trying to make my way around without breaking anything. You can kind of see it's cutting it up, crimping it, and laying in a windrow. Hydraulic hose popped out. Darn thing. Let's try it again. Here we go. So I just finished 6 outside rounds, because we like to have at least 6 rounds, basically to give the baler enough room to turn around. So now I'm going to start going back and forth for the acre I have left, if that. And this is where this dual swinging haybine really comes in handy. First field, done. Let's head to the next one. I'm just gonna leave the PTO on just because I'm literally going 100 feet down the road. So here's the new hay, or the new waterway, whatever you want to call it, that my dad and I put in. I just cut it. Looking pretty good, actually. I gotta be careful not to run over any deer in here. This stuff is thick. We like to cut this pasture once a year because we're gonna release the cows out here in a couple weeks, and the cows don't like to have grass this tall that's already headed out. A, it gives them pink eye, and B, they can't really eat it that well. So we're gonna have this pasture reset basically and take this grass and feed it over winter. Not bad, had a little bit of a washout down the center there, but for the most part, didn't do too bad. All that grass in there really helped slow that water down. And it basically, so before when we mowed this, we had to basically split it up into 2 fields right where that new seating is. We had that bulldozer come in and clean all that stuff out, or sorry, level that out, basically because it was a steep ditch. Now it's a wider ditch, so we can farm through it. And makes it a more efficient field and less hazardous for the cattle. I haven't been filming a lot because there's really not a lot going on. I've just been basically doing my outside rounds and going back and forth after that. I mean, really, it's just cutting hay. It's just like glorified mowing lawn. For those of you guys who don't know, what we are actually doing is we are taking this grass or alfalfa or whatever we are cutting, we're going to be baling it up so we can store it and feed it to our cattle when it's not nice out and they can't be on pasture and nothing's growing like in the winter. And how we do that is we basically start off with this disc vine, windrow or merger, whatever you want to call it, and it cuts like 14 feet of grass, which is what I'm doing, and lays it in a windrow, which you guys can see right here. And then what we'll do is, a little rough, then we'll let it dry out for 2 or 3 days, and that basically lets the moisture kind of dry out, bake in the sun, so that way it stores easier and has a less risk of spoiling. And then we'll come through and we'll rake 2 windrows into one, just to be more efficient with our baler. And then we will come with a round baler and bale it all up. That's what you guys have seen before with me feeding, or us feeding in the past. So that is what we were doing. Just about done. Probably 3 more passes. I'll be down in the bottoms. I'll head up top and do the pasture up top. Bottoms are cut. You guys can barely see because of that sun. Just imagine how hard it was to drive around the outside of the field with that sun. But now let's go ahead and head up on the top of the hill. My dad should be there. He's gonna help me out because we've never cut this top pasture. So let's get her done. Man, that road is rough going up this hill. Watch me bounce when I jump in the center of it. It's not as bad when I'm not going a little slower. The Buttman, it is cut off. Look at that farmer stand. So we've never cut this pasture. We're gonna cut some of it. My dad's gonna shred the rest. Just gonna cut more like on top of the hill, just to really kind of trim down this pasture. This stuff is thick in here. She's thick. So my dad is going around the four-wheeler and outlining. Whoa! That's a bump. Gotta avoid stuff like this. Forgot what I was talking about, but this stuff is thick. I went into a hole, so I had to back up and go around it so we don't try to break anything going through it. But my dad is just going around the four-wheeler right there. He's basically just kind of marking where we want to bale, because we want to basically, with the mower, we can get down close to the ground. That's good and bad. That's good because you can get a lot more hay made, but that's bad because you can really wreck stuff if you're not careful. So he's gonna mark out the spots where we can bale, and then he's gonna shred the rest with his shredder that we bought. Card to this video right here of us buying it. Man, I'm curious to see how many bales we're gonna get out of this. There is a lot here. Well, it got dark on me, but I want to finish this piece. Nathan tomorrow just has the 2 hay pieces to do. So I'm almost done. It got dark and the lights on this thing suck. There's the Buttman, and I'm on the short rows. I'll be done in about 5 minutes. Sweet. Wow, well that took forever to get that done, but hey, it's done. Hay is cut in this field, so now we only have about 15-20 acres of hay left up here in Bellevue, so that'll take someone most of the morning, but we can get this thing off the hay bind, because this is actually our baling tractor as well, because this thing needs to get on the baler, and it needs to start baling pronto. So we got a lot of hay down in front of it. We got chances of rain starting tomorrow and every day for the next 5 days. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut this thing down. Ready to roll. I just let this tractor idle down for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna shut it off. Probably see some spotting the bugs in there. Oh well. Now one of the boys will come up and finish this. It's gonna take him probably, like I said, 3-4 hours to get this done, but it'll happen eventually. So let's head back to the farm. Just made it back. I'm gonna call her a night.
Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. Look what we got going up here in Bellevue. Rake, baler, lots of hay. We're gonna get some stuff going on here. We're gonna get some bales made hopefully here shortly, so we'll see what happens. Here comes the boys that are gonna do it. Okay, we got this all figured out. This is all ready to go. Nathan's gonna jump into baler. Brian's gonna head off with the rake. 1066. He's gonna go over there. There's a bunch of hay over there that's gotta get done. And Nathan's gonna start baling. So I got about half hour, 45 minutes, and I can start hauling stuff around. So let's get you when we start using that big blue over there to haul bales. Okay, I'm back. I'm in Big Blue here, moving bales. See, Nathan's over here in the pond pasture. Brian's over here in this field here, raking this hay here. Nathan's over here in the pond pasture. Looks like he's got quite a few of them baled up. Gonna get those moved off. Get the rest of this mowed off, and then we're gonna turn cows in here hopefully this weekend. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully with a little luck. Lots of bales out there. Raise it up. We'll hook me up another one. Lower the forks. Raise it up. Raise it up. Got him hooked on. And we're out of here. We'll do this for till dark, I bet. So, okay, we're rocking and rolling, moving bales. Hopefully tomorrow everything will be baled up here. Okay, there's Nathan. I'm hauling 2 bales. About half done. Nathan's got about another half hour there. Brian's still doing a raking, and we're rocking and rolling. So, got about 12 more bales to bring off, and then I'm going to start on those other bales that Nathan's at now. So we're going to keep going. Looks like I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 bales left to pick out of this field. I'm listening to WMT Radio, home of 2021 Tractor Cade in Bellevue, Iowa. 2 bales left. One on the tractor in the front, one on the tractor in the back. We started out with 32 bales that come out of here. We'll get all the bales moved. I'm going to put the mower on and I'm going to mow all this out. The reason why we don't bale it is because there's so many ruts and holes. It'd be too rough on equipment, so we can't bale that. It is Thursday, and I do have to talk a little bit about my umpiring experience on Tuesday in Maquoketa. They played Vinton-Schellsburg. Maquoketa won both games. I umpired the plate the first game, and Chad Rader's wife, Todd, I asked her at the end of the game, I said, okay, rate me 1 through 10, and she gave me a 6.5. And I thought 6.5 coming from her is awesome. That's like a 12 from somebody else. So at the second game, I had the bases, and I said, okay, after the end of the game, I said, okay, how did I do? She said, I didn't even know you were out there. I said, that's awesome. I said, now rate me again. And she gave me an 8.5. For not even knowing I was out there. So I thought 8.5 from Tanya, that is awesome. That is like a 14. Pretty good game. It was hot. It was like 94. Humid. I was soaking wet. But it was fun to do. I like to umpire once in a while like that. So anyway, I'm going to bring a shout out to Tanya Rader on this one here because she rated me pretty high. Looks like Nathan's done over here in that field there. You can see him over there. There's an upper field, a lower field. I'm going to start moving those bales off here when I get these 2 out of here. Probably won't get them done tonight because it's almost 7 o'clock, but I'm going to get some of them off. This field is baleless. Like I said before, I'm going to come in and shred all that over there. You might want to say, well, what did the bud man bring this bunk out here for? Okay, well, it was right in the middle of that doorway there, that gateway there. What I want to do is I want to come in and shred that in there too. So I'll shred that and then I'll move that bunk back in there where the other 2 are at. There's a creep feeder in there for the calves. We do feed our calves creep feed. Next time we get in this pasture, this will all be shredded down too. So there's a nice pond there. I want to get that dug out. So I get fish back in there. It's not too deep right now, but I want to get it deeper. But that's in time, so this is all going to get shredded out here too. So looks like one got away over there. Must have rolled down the hill into the timber. Let's get that bad boy out of there. Okay, baler shut down for the night, rake shut down for the night, and the bale movers are done for the night. There's a few bales out there yet. I got about 17 bales moved off, or 18 bales moved off of that there. I got 32 off of the pond pasture. Got a kitty cat that's happy. Another cat over here. It's about 8 o'clock and it's time for the bud man to go home and get some supper because he's kind of hungry. Anyway, Hartung Family Farms, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Just hit the button or the like button. So, because you know it. This is beautiful Jackson County, Iowa. Take care now. You guys be safe out there.